All right, my friends, how are you today? Aaron here bringing you a daily horoscope for Monday, the 22nd of March, 2021. Hopefully everyone's had a great equinox weekend, enjoying the spring here in the Northern Hemisphere. My friends down in Australia, hopefully you're having a great start to your autumn. All right, so today we've got the moon moving through the middle degrees of Cancer. The moon is home in Cancer. Emotions and nurturing and paying attention to home, our home surroundings, our home body, right? Our emotional body. Meanwhile, the sun and Venus are in the early degrees of Aries, moving closer and closer to Chiron, okay? So this is about self. So the care, the emotional need, the nurturing that we're paying attention to right now is focused on self, okay? So forgiving self, loving ourselves, Venus conjunct the sun. Okay, so this is honoring ourselves, bringing attention back to self, forgiving ourselves. Okay, as well, we have the moon starting to square Chiron, depending where you're at later on Sunday night / early Monday morning. At the same time the moon is going to square to Chiron, the moon is also creating a trine over there from water sign in Cancer to water sign in Pisces, Mercury. Okay, so the moon trine to Mercury, it's an easy flow connection, where the square is about tension. Okay, let me show you the chart because this happens pretty early in the morning. Boo. All right, so here's Mercury, here's the moon square to Chiron. Okay, so this is moving forward, you know, in stuck energy about self. Again, continuing this concept of healing ourselves, forgiving ourselves, and allowing us to think outside the box, to see the bigger picture. Okay, that's what Mercury is asking of us right now. All right, so it's like all of these are happening at the same time. You know, the moon is square to Chiron, where it's like stuck energy, okay, where we don't necessarily want to believe something. The part of this energy is understanding that like nothing happens to us, things happen for us. That's a big theme of this day. Nothing happens to us, things happen for us. And maybe we think, you know, somewhere along the way, I should have taken the left at Albuquerque instead of the right at Albuquerque. You know, thanks Bugs Bunny. Right? And we've ended up in the wrong direction, or we did something wrong in our lives, and we wish we could go back and fix this. But the truth is we have to trust ourselves. We have to trust our journey, trust our emotional body, trust the path, trust our destiny, trust our fate, that everything is lining up exactly how it's supposed to be, that we are exactly where we're supposed to be, that we are exactly who we are supposed to be. Right? So this is really powerful energy of turning the mirror back onto self, putting the magnifying glass back on self, and allowing ourselves to heal, allowing ourselves to forgive. And in the process, you know, of forgiving ourselves, healing ourselves, understanding that we are exactly on our track, on our path, this puts a unique perspective on the other, right? To where if somebody else has done something to us that made us feel a certain way, you know, maybe this was showing us to not, you know, I don't want to say this. If somebody else did something to us that we weren't in alignment with, okay, that shows us perhaps who we want to be, right? Something else I think I talked about last week, like I had a boss, you know, me and my very close friends, we all met together at this place, and we had a boss who was just a not good boss, or a not good leader. Right? We know people in the spiritual community that are leaders. We know people in different fields that are leaders. And it's just like sometimes they show us through their own ego that that's not the ego that we want to represent, that that's not who we want to be on our journey, that's not who we want to be on our path, right? So it's not that it's happened to us, that their poor leadership or their overexpression of their ego onto us belittled us or whatever. This is empowering. Instead of belittling, we can look at this as empowering, right? We're taking this fire back. Taking this fire back for ourselves and igniting our internal furnace, igniting our fire, and saying, okay, you've led me, you've shown me who I don't want to be. And now I can completely express and be the kind of leader that I choose to be, the kind of leader that I want to be. Right? So it's a very, very powerful day. And again, of healing, bringing it back to self, and again, forgiving the other in whatever the scenario is, whatever the situation is, because that other person, and you know, they did something positive for us. It's not a negative thing. And as well as the day moves on, we've got Mercury creating a sextile over there to Uranus. Okay, so there's two things happening. Mercury is creating a sextile to Uranus, which is breakthrough ideas. Okay, this is, again, Uranus breaks the walls down. That's its job in traditional sign of Taurus. Okay, breaking the walls down. And Mercury over there in Pisces is limitless, boundless information. There are no walls. Okay, so it's like enabling us to see that with the bigger picture. At the same time, Mercury is also creating a little semi-sextile to Saturn. Okay, and that's going to be as our day moves on. All right, let me show you here. So this leads into Tuesday. You know, we're going to see this little semi-sextile starting to happen here between Mercury and Saturn. Now, Saturn is the brick wall in astrology, the immovable force. Uranus is the unstoppable force that no wall can contain, right? Uranus breaks through Saturn's wall. Okay, it's an interesting, you know, a little parallel that these two play together. So Mercury, in the boundless, you know, limitless aspects of creativity, of love, of empathy, of care, of you know, the limitless aspects of Pisces, okay, and Saturn, the brick wall, saying let's use technology, let's have a vision for the future, let's have a vision for ourselves of the direction that we're going as the directors. And this is happening, you know, all day, like I said, leading into Tuesday morning, as we see here. Yeah, right there. Boom. You know, so that's like 6 a.m. Tuesday morning, so we can, you know, we can touch a little bit more on it tomorrow as well. Is this energy is saying, you know, what we're cultivating, what we're creating. Like once we move past the healing part of ourselves, and then we set forth this vision of ourselves for the future, we now have this like, okay, think with outside the walls. Think bigger than the building blocks that you've already been given. You know, it's like, okay, you might only have the 8-pack of crayons that you're working with. But we learn that we can blend the colors together to make our own unique spectrum. Okay, so it's just like Saturn is the limited amount of colors that we're working with, painting our picture of our lives. And Mercury, in limitless place of Pisces, is saying we can merge these colors together. We can create more than the objects that we're limited to. Okay, so this is definitely a thinking larger, thinking outside the box kind of a thing. So this is a really beautiful day is how that works, from going from this place of healing, forgiveness of self, forgiveness of others, paying attention to our home body here, and then seeing this vision of where we're going and not being limited in our creation process. It's a pretty cool freaking day. All right, my friends, much love and appreciation to you. Thank you, as always, for the comments, the likes, the support that you show me every single day. It's an honor and blessing to be here with you, speaking about the cosmos. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.